Hello, you have found the Callantyr internal decision meeting for December 23rd, 2018. I am Dorcas Ias, and this is my new headset to deal with the fact that my mic on my computer is flaky. I am Ias Herald. That's the Internal Submissions Herald for Callantyr. We have a sparse meeting tonight because it's Sunday rather than Monday. Brigida, will you please introduce yourself?
Excuse me. Hi, everybody. I'm Brigida Goldfalcon. I am the Principal Herald for Callantyr.
And Gawain, introduce yourself, please.
I'm Gawain of Mistbridge, Green Anchor Herald, and I'm kind of freelancing.
Okay. All right. Well, then, without further ado, let us just start with the letter. Item number 1 is a badge for Bellana de Rouge. Nobody found any conflicts, really. Gawain, I think I will take your advice and blazon it as a sperm whale rather than a natural whale.
Most of the pictures I've found of period pictures I've found of whales are not sperm whales. I don't know what they are. Some of them are hard to identify as anything real.
Are they the heraldic monster?
They pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. And I found a recent registration from 2017 of a sperm whale. So that's how they blazoned it in 2017. So that is apparently the current fashion. So I'm going to forward that one up to Laurel level with a new blazon of Azure, a sperm whale, Conturney Argent. Okay, item number 2. We have a name and device. First, the name is Donis Vida. Nobody really had anything to say in commentary.
Looks good.
We're going to send that one up. The device, Argent, a swan rousant, wings adorst, and in Canton, a salt cellar distilling salt sable within a Bourdieu company or and ghouls. Anything?
Other than what Gawain noted, that usually salt cellar is one word.
And the wings of rousant don't need, they're just rousant.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll reblazon that. Argent, a swan rousant, and in Canton, a salt cellar distilling salt sable within a Bourdieu company or and ghouls. And then just forward that up to the next level.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Item number 3. Edward Logan de Munro resubmit his device again. This time, Perbend, Sinister, Azure, and Sable. In Pale, a jester's cap conjoined with a mask of comedy within a Bourdieu Argent. This time, I really don't see how they can have any problem with it.
I don't agree. I mean, sorry. I don't see how they'd have any other issue either. So hopefully this time will be the charm.
Third time's a charm. All right, so that one's just going to get forwarded out of Kingdom. All right, item number 4, a badge for Elise Inyan Malrune. Fieldless and Escallop per pale, sable, and ghouls. And nobody found any conflicts.
Amazing.
Yeah, but okay, so maybe I dreamed it, maybe I hallucinated it, but it seemed to me that somebody had an Escallop out there somewhere, and the fact that whelks and Escallops were treated interchangeably in period means that whelks and scallops conflict And did we check that? And I could be hallucinating.
That sounds vaguely familiar. And to the extent that I remember it, I think maybe I did check it.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty hard to have a conflict since this is fieldless. So we're one step right there, and as long as somebody didn't have a Propel Sable and Gills shell, I think we're good.
Okay.
I'm checking, and I see for Welks, and I am not seeing anything. I'm seeing the fields divided, but not the charge itself divided.
Okay. Well then, I tell you what, I'm just gonna hope for the best. Let's just send this out of kingdom. If there's a conflict with a whelk somewhere, they'll find it in external commentary.
Yep.
All right, item 4, send it up. Okay. Item number 5, we have a name and device. First, the name, Eric Tokison. I honestly, and you know, I love Frida. She has helped us so many times, but sometimes she adds commentary, and I don't know what her goal is. You know, is it just, oh look, this is just a wonderful, amazing, easily documented name, or is it, this is better documentation than what you've got?
Yeah.
She did say, let's simplify this. So fine, she's got the name and device in the same year,
Mm-hmm.
or the 2 pieces of the name in the same year. So I suppose that is. Yeah. All right. So she has already sent images for her documentation to Gottfried. He has received them. So I'm going to make the note that we'll include Frida's documentation and forward it out of kingdom.
Good.
All right. Okay. Oh, his device. All right. Per pale, azure, and argent, 2 rhinoceroses combatant counterchanged. They look like rhinos to me.
Yep. It would be fun to see that in actuality, of 2 rhinoceroses getting up on their back legs and fighting each other.
Yeah, but no kidding.
See, I think the heralds of period were taxidermists. I think that if they saw some animals, they only saw them dead. They didn't see them in the real world.
Probably.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Europeans that saw rhinoceroses.
Right.
It's not live ones.
Okay, so I'm just going to send that up. There's no tweaks to the blazon or anything, so.
Nope.
All right, so that was number 5. Now, moving along to number 6, a name and device for Galti Patrickson. And I guess both are documented.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
well then that one just gets sent up. Now the device. Argent, a Degas rune sable, and a chief Girony of 10, or and azure.
To me, it looks a bit like a TIE fighter going off into the sunset rather than pop art, but.
Oh yeah, no, it's a TIE fighter entering hyperspace.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Here
are.
we are.
Okay, well, so I'm just going to go ahead and forward that without any changes. Okay. Let's see. That was number 6 now. Number 7. A new name and device. First the name. Giles McIndor. Yes, and he assured me it's pronounced Giles. Okay.
Okay.
Nobody had...
Doug, that picks up on my microphone.
And nobody had anything to say about the name, so we'll just... It is unremarkable, so we'll just move along. The device. Azure, 3 geese migrant, 1 and 2, and in chief, 3 mullets argent. We need to point out that the geese are or.
Yeah, I missed that.
So did I. And of course, point out that the step from period practice for migrant birds. So, anybody else have anything to say?
Nope, not out.
No conflict.
So, the reblazon is Azure, 3 geese migrant, or 1 and 2, and in chief 3 mullets argent. And forwarded out of kingdom. All right. Moving along. A badge for John Chesney. Guirini, argent, and sable. A wedge of cheese reversed or, and a Borgier gules.
We don't need to specify how many in the Guirini?
No, because this is 8, and I think 8 is the default.
I think that's the default, yeah.
Okay, that's why I asked.
Cool. Well, nobody found any conflicts or anything else worthy of remark, so...
I don't think I should say that it's kind of cheesy.
Ha-ha.
I think we said those kind of comments when he put his device through.
And he would love it if you said that. He's very into the cant on his name. In fact, I think his name is properly pronounced Chesney, but he really does pronounce it cheesy.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right. Moving right along. Item number 9, a device for Ketil Carlson. Profess sable and or, a roundel and a wolf rampant counterchanged.
I'm not fond of the device for some reason, but it's very well drawn and well proportioned.
I think it's simple and elegant, so
yeah.
And I think that the wording of White Antelope's comment, it kind of sounds like she's surprised that it is clear of conflict. Which, yes, we tend to expect simple devices to have trouble, but they don't always. All right, so I'm going to just forward that one out of Kingdom. There doesn't seem to be any blazon tweaks required, so... Okay, that was number 9. Now, item number 10. Scrolly. All right, there we go. A new badge for Lelia Corsini, fieldless, an owl per bend per pure in azure, maintaining a dagger argent.
No conflicts. I can't imagine why.
It's kind of tough to see the difference between the two at a distance, between the two colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, purple and blue is fairly low contrast, but...
That's her problem, since they're both hers.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and it's a straight... The line of division is just a plain line, so no reason not to have it that way.
Yep.
All right, so that one is going to get forwarded out of Kingdom as is. Next badge for Lelia Corsini, fieldless, an owl vert, maintaining a dagger or. Nobody found any conflicts.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Brigida, is anybody saying anything watching on YouTube?
Nope, nothing yet.
That's fine. That's fine. Just thought I'd check. Okay, well then number 11 is just gonna sent out of kingdom as is, no changes. All right, item number 12. All right, a new name for Nikolai Gornostai Spyachev. His old name, oh, his old item is Nikolai Kopachnik Spyachev.
Mm-hmm.
So his new one is the Gornostai in the middle. And I did explicitly ask on the Submissions Herald email list, and they said, yes, the new name is the filing name. And they also pointed out that this is the opposite of the way it used to be when we were doing it in paper.
Okay.
Okay.
So
thank you for finding out for sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I was a little confuzzled on that one.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, nobody else other than, the confusion of what goes where, which has been cleared up. I think there's no changes or anything. I'm just going to forward that out of Kingdom.
Nope.
All right. Item number 13. His new heraldic title of Stoat Herald. I am
perfect.
going to, yeah, it really is. I am going to make a note for Gottfried to change the filing name to the new primary name when this goes on the ELOI.
Okay.
But he has documented it within an inch of its life.
Yep. That looks good.
All right, so no other changes to that.
Here's a question that I should know, but I don't. Heraldic titles, what do we need to check for conflict besides other titles?
I guess I always just I guess I was assuming that you would check it against all other names, but maybe all other non-personal names.
Okay.
Probably. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah. Particularly if it was a conflict with a group name. It wasn't his own group.
Right.
So, okay.
Well, on the other hand, the period pattern of taking a heraldic title based on a place name. Do we allow? I mean, technically, could somebody register for their personal title? Could they register Callantyr Herald? I would hate that. Surely that's not allowed.
I would not think so.
I would not think so. And I know that, like, for the pursuivants for a barony, they have interesting names rather than just Forgotten Sea Herald. And that would be perfectly appropriate to call the baronial herald the Forgotten Sea Herald.
Yeah.
Or
that would pretty much be the default, and I don't think that would have to be registered. But I don't know.
I don't know either. Would you like me to post that question somewhere and get back to you?
Might not be a bad idea. If it's, who knows how long it'll be until the issue comes up, but wouldn't be a bad idea.
All right. Well then, I'll make a note. So the question is, what to conflict check? Heraldic titles against.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I could either post that to the SCA Heralds list, or I could pop off a note to Alice Pelican. I'm certain she would know, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind a quick question like that.
Yeah, I'd go that way.
Okay. All right. So back to all right. So we didn't find anything anything worthy of remark for his heraldic title other than make sure that the filing name gets changed when I send it up.
As far as I know, it looks good.
All right. Well, then the final item is for Vashti. She's got a resub name, and turns out it's a resub device. So first the name, Vashti al-Ashariya. And I posted request for assistance on the SCA Heralds list, and Ursula George came back with everything I needed. So, Gawain, why did you think that the given name scarcely needs documentation? Because I was having a heck of a time with it.
Well, it's a very, very common Arabic name. And I want to say that it's some relative of the Prophet.
I think it is.
But my history isn't that good. Just sticks in my mind.
See, she picked Vashti out of the Old Testament, but she wants a Persian by name, so she couldn't just say, "Oh, it's a biblical name, it's a Jewish name," and then stick a Persian by name with it. So that's why I was very happy for Ursula to come back with the documentation, because common Arabic
names documented as Persian, so
yes, she's got it documented as Persian.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I don't find Vashti in Dawood's article.
Okay.
So that's why it's really not that easy to document. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not in Dawood's article. Well, all right. So anyway, be that as it may, we have Persian given name, and then al-Ashariya is supposedly Arabic because it is in Dawood's article.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll just forward that as is. And the device, Azure, a lion statement within an oral of Borchier knots, or. What makes these look like granny knots to you, Gawain?
Well, I don't have that at a place where I can bring that up, but they look like, when I looked at them, they looked like granny knots in the black and white drawing, and it's not a big deal because we don't count any difference between them.
That's true.
And in the picnic, he says the Borchier, he mentions the Borchier knot, also called a square knot. And then later down, he says the granny knot, heraldically indistinguishable from a Borchier knot. And his picture of the Borchier knot is granny knot.
Okay.
So that's very confusing.
Well, whatever these knots are, we think they are period. So
clearly it's acceptable, and since they don't count for any difference from one to the other, I guess just go for what the client wants.
Yeah. So I remember doing a consult for this one at a teeny tiny event down in. It was like the fall war maneuvers or something down in Moonstone. And so we fortunately, somebody had a hotspot so we could get online. So she looked at this knot and she said, "Yeah, this is the one I want."
All right.
So we had an artist who could draw it up right there. So, woo!
Very good.
All right. Well, so that's all 14 numbered items, all 19 decisions. So,
And I just double checked over on the YouTube channel. Nothing going on there.
okay.
Good.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read my notes and tell me if I missed anything or hallucinated. Item number 1, the badge, reblazon as Azure, a sperm whale can turn argent and send it on up. Item 2, the name, just send it up. Item 2, the device, reblazon as Argent, a swan rousant, and in Canton a salt cellar distilling salt, sable, within a Bourdieu company or and ghouls, and send it on up. Item number 3, a device, send that up. 4, the badge, send that up. Item number 5, the name, include Frida's documentation and send it up. Number 5, the device, just forward that to Laurel. Well, Reith actually, but anyway. Number 6, the name, and number 6, the device, send them both up. Number 7, the name, just send it up as is. And number 7, the device, reblazon as Azure 3 geese migrant or 1 and 2, and in chief 3 mullets argent.
And make sure you note that it's a step from period practice of the position of the geese.
All right, I'm going to make, and that's, okay, yes, note SFPP. And it is noted in the item here on the internal letter, so that will get translated over. So,
okay.
But yeah, okay, so I put that in my notes. Number 8, the badge, send it up. Number 9, a device, just send that up. Number 10, the badge, send it up. And 11, the badge, send it up. Number 12, the name, send that up. Number 13, the title, change the filing name to the new primary name from 12 and send that up. 14, name and device, no changes, no tweaks, send them both up. And that was fast.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I will point out that the next decision meeting will be the 4th Monday in January, which will be the 28th of January. So, and we will have, yeah, that's going to be the next decision meeting. So, anybody have anything to add? Otherwise,
no.
I'm going to go ahead and push this red button. Thank you all for finding our YouTube and join us at a live meeting. You're certainly going to be welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.